welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we will be doing my nails. I decided to film the process of how I do my own nails. There are some parts in this video that are out of focus because I was doing my nails, you know, I was in the moment. I'm literally focusing on not hurting myself. I'm sorry if it's blurry. I just try to get all the footage that I cut that was not blurry. I did leave the parts that were out of focus because I wanted to show you guys all 5 fingers. If you can't see a few fingers, you will see the other fingers. I try to leave it all in so that you guys could see how I do my whole right hand. I didn't show you guys how to do my left hand. Maybe I should have done that, but otherwise this video would be longer than it already is. I quickly want to talk about the machine that I have. I've had it for almost a year. It's my second machine. The first machine that I got was not good. I only used it like 3 times and then it died. This one I've used already a lot of times and I freaking love it. I will leave the link down below if you guys are interested. I got it when it was rose gold and I freaking love it and I'm so happy it still works. The drill bit that I'm using is to shorten the length of my nails and also to remove the color of the nail. That one was actually recommended by my sister-in-law. She told me what I should get in order to shave it off, recommended me the gel polishes that I use. So thank you to my sister-in-law. Thank you, Letty. The shape of the drill bit makes it easier to manage, but still be careful when using it. I am not a professional. I watch tutorials. I actually watch Nail Career Education. I will put her YouTube down below. I learned from her videos how to shave off the color, how to apply the color, and how to prep it so it's ready for the color. I remember watching the videos that my sister-in-law sent me and I bumped into Nail Career Education and I started watching her tutorials and they were so informative and very helpful. So that's where I learned, but I'm not a professional, so please be careful if you're doing this, and if you want or need better advice, I would recommend you to go watch her YouTube videos. I will link it down below. I mean, she's the pro. You know, I'm just doing it to show you guys how I trimmed my nails. I normally get powder gel refill, but I don't have that and I don't know if I really want to learn how to do that. It's time consuming for me. So I'm okay with just having gel polish on it. You can't keep it long. You have to shorten them out as much as you can. Because your nail is growing along with the powder gel or acrylic, whatever you have, it weighs down on your nail. It curves it down. So you want to trim it as much as you can. Try not to trim it too much because otherwise you're gonna get to that undernail skin that we have, and if you touch that, oh my god, that hurts a lot. So I left them like this. So let's just get into this makeup what? Alright, so let's just get into this nail tutorial. Again, not really a tutorial, just how I did it. I always put a face mask on because of the fine powder that flies all over when you're cutting and shaving your nail. The fine powder can get in your nose and that is bad for you. My machine doesn't have speed numbers, so I just normally never surpass halfway. When I first started cutting my nails, I started with like a slower speed, and then once I got the hang of it, I went with a faster speed to cut the nail. But if you already have the hang of it, you can definitely make it faster. The speed that I normally use when cutting off the nail, I always go halfway, but I never surpass half of the entire speed. I don't even go to the limit, and I believe you're not supposed to go all the way. If you're doing this, be really careful when you're starting and start slow, and once you get the hang of it, you can add a little bit more speed. This little guy has a forward and reverse button. In order to switch it, you have to turn it off and then switch it to reverse for the other hand. So forward is for your right hand and reverse is for your left hand, but I normally don't like to switch it off constantly, so when I dip my left hand, which is off camera, but I still use forward just differently. I always manage it a certain way. You have to learn when you're using the machine how to go down on the nail, because otherwise if you do a wrong turn, I don't know how to explain it. As you guys can see, I'm going from the top to the bottom, from the top to the bottom, but if I were to move my finger a different way, it'll bounce back the nail drill, and that's where you have to be really careful, and it could go around your nail. The little teeth of the drill bit could actually hurt your skin, so I just really want you guys to be careful. Again, I'm not a professional. This is just what I've learned throughout the quarantine. I actually have not hurt my skin, so I'm thankful for that. So just really be careful. Also, when you're holding the nail drill, make sure you have a strong grip so that it doesn't bounce back. So when it does bounce back on you, you can hold it and it won't go around your finger. I started practicing in April last year when they started the quarantine until it was lifted in June. And then I went back to my nail tech, but I still kept using my nail drill machine for my toes until recently, December, which was the second lockdown. I broke my nail and I just wanted to refill it for Christmas. The color that I have on my nails is the color that I put, and I wasn't ready to cut them off, but at the end of the year it started hurting, so I decided to cut them off. If you're really scared, I suggest not to do it. Try and get nail clippers and then just file it off. But to me, it was actually easier starting with the machine. It's actually been a good investment. I've been using it a lot. So I also use this to thin out from under the nail just a little bit. And as you can see, it's a good drill for that because it actually has a round tip so it won't hurt your skin. You can't stab your undernail. I do use another drill bit to make it thinner later in the process, but I unfortunately didn't catch it on camera, so this is all we get. As you can see, I do shorten them up, and I also kind of get some of the sides to make them slightly like a coffin shape so they don't look so square and like thicker when I do the gel polish, because if I don't, I feel like they look pretty square and they make my fingers look stubby. But I will go in later with a regular nail filer to shape them up properly. This is just like to kind of shave off the corner a little bit, just so that I don't spend so much time filing the corners. You want to repeat all of the same steps to every nail. I switched my pattern and decided to cut all of them first, and then I shave the color and then even it out. I don't know if you guys can catch it in the camera. You never want to leave the driller on your nail while shaving the color. You want to shave a little bit, then pick it up. Shave a little bit, pick it up. Shave a little bit, pick it up. Never leave it for too long, otherwise you'll end up having a little burn sensation on your nail. Once you get to the acrylic or powder gel, whichever refill you have, you want to go slower because you don't want to get so close to your natural nail. You just want to even it out, but try not to get so close to your natural nail. You don't want to shave whatever refill you have, whether it's acrylic or powder gel or whatever refill you have, because if you do, your natural nail is super weak. It will only end up hurting your nail and they'll become super sensitive even to water. I've actually done that and it sucked. It actually is sensitive for days. Once I'm done with this, I use the little brush that came with my first nail drill machine to dust away the powder, and then I'm going to shape my nails using a thick nail filer. Any thick nail filer is fine. This one's from Revlon. I bought this at Walmart or Shoppers, I don't remember. But it looked pretty rough, and it is rough, so I use that. For the sides, I hold the nail filer like a wall against the side of the nail to remove any lump that is caused by the powder gel. Also, when you're adding the gel polish, it will make it thicker. So you want to make sure it's as smooth as you can actually make it. It won't be completely smooth, but just a little bit. This is what I did. The next part is to switch the drill bit to the sanding band one. This little box came with my current nail drill machine. Use this drill bit to create texture for the gel polish to grab onto. I actually have tried to skip this step and my gel polish starts peeling off easily if I don't do this. I go all over the powder gel I still have and a little bit on my natural nail. But if you're too scared to use that on your natural nail, you can use a thick nail filer to create the texture, but don't over file it. I find that this drill bit lifts off my dead cuticles, so be careful around your cuticles. I notice I don't have the footage of when I cut off my dead cuticles off using a cuticle trimmer. Normally after this step, I trim off my dead cuticles. Next, I'm going to top off my nails with a base gel. This one is by Bossy Gel. Do not apply all the way back because it will spread on its own. If some product gets on your cuticle, make sure to clean it up before curing it. This one I cure it for 60 seconds as it says on the bottle. And then I apply the color. I always start from the middle of the nail and then make my way up. Make sure to always do thin coats so it's able to cure and also won't look thick. If you apply so much when you try curing it, it will only have cure the top part but not underneath, causing it to smudge when peeling. Make sure not to touch the cuticle, otherwise when it dries up, it can later become a part that starts lifting off and starts peeling. So make sure to clean up if you touch the cuticle. I also keep a cotton with nail polish remover to keep my other finger clean. I don't have acetone, so I use regular nail polish remover to just clean right away my nails. As long as you don't cure it, it will come off. For the color, it says to cure it for 30 seconds. I actually forgot to do my thumb, but you can actually, and it is recommended to do it separately because the gel polish could run to the side while it's drying in the lamp. If there's a bubble or fluff or hair, you can just go in and remove it and go over it again with the gel polish. I added the color one more time, but I cut it off because it was completely blurry and, well, you get the point. Next, I'm going to add some gold flakes that I purchased at Dollarama, which I've actually used for my makeup. But I also really like it on nails, so that's why I decided to use it. I'm using a random Sephora brush to add it, and I'm just going to rub it on so that everything sticks on the nail. Right now, the nail is actually like a sticky texture, so that's why it will actually stick to the nail. I wanted to add a bit of glitter, so I used Try Beauty's Glit Stacks in Inferno. Using the same brush, but I'm not picking up the bigger chunks because they won't stick. My nail isn't that flat and white enough for the biggest chunks of glitter to stick and stay on. They won't be able to curve on my nail. And now I'm going to top it off with the Bossy Gel Super Shine Top Gel. Again, remember to not touch your cuticles. My sister-in-law recommended this one because you don't need to wipe your nail once it's cured. It says to leave it for 30 seconds, but I always leave them for 60 seconds because, you know, I just want to make sure they're dry. And the last thing I do is add some oil around my cuticles to make them look pretty. And that is the finished look of my little tiny nails. I really, really love how fast my nails dry, and I can automatically do anything afterwards without worrying about any smudges like regular polish. What do you guys think of this design and the color? Let me know in the comments down below. The next time I'm going to shave the gel polish, I'm going to trim it down again until I have no more powder gel on my nail. Alright, remember, if you want to see my collection of gel polishes, I will link that video in the description box as well. And also, I will leave the link to Nail Career Education's channel for professional advice. Because mine isn't professional, mine is just what I have learned practicing on my nails, keeping them pretty for this quarantine. And I will also leave my sister-in-law's Instagram page. Oh yes, I have a baby Grogu. He's so cute, guys. Please don't forget to thumbs this video up. Thumbs up. Where are his thumbs? I don't know if they're thumbs. They're just 3 fingers. Please don't forget to thumbs this video up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And we will see you to my next video. Bye!